An electrical service entrance panel, such as the 200-amp panel with the main breaker mentioned, can be red tagged during an inspection for various reasons related to safety and code compliance. A red tag typically signifies a critical issue that needs immediate attention to prevent potential hazards. Several factors can contribute to an electrical panel receiving a red tag. Firstly, loose or damaged wiring is a significant concern. This can range from frayed insulation to wires that are not properly connected to terminals. Loose connections can create resistance, leading to heat buildup and potentially causing electrical fires. Damaged insulation exposes live conductors, posing a risk of electrical shock. Secondly, overloaded circuits are a common reason for red tagging. Overloading occurs when too many devices are drawing power from a single circuit, exceeding its rated capacity. This can cause the circuit breaker to trip frequently, but if the breaker fails to trip, the excessive current can overheat the wiring and potentially start a fire. The panel itself might show signs of overheating, such as discoloration or melting of components. Thirdly, damaged or missing breakers can lead to a red tag. Breakers are designed to protect circuits from overcurrents and short circuits. If a breaker is damaged, it may not trip when it should, leaving the circuit vulnerable to damage and fire hazard. Missing breakers create a gap in protection, leaving the circuit completely exposed. Furthermore, exposed live parts are a serious safety hazard and a sure cause for a red tag. Live parts are any conductive components that are energized and accessible to touch. This could be due to missing covers, damaged enclosures, or improper wiring practices. Contact with exposed live parts can result in severe electrical shock or electrocution. Improperly installed or maintained panels can lead to a variety of electrical hazards that result in a red tag. This includes issues such as incorrect wiring methods, undersized conductors, improper grounding, and lack of proper labeling. Additionally, panels that are not adequately maintained, such as those with excessive corrosion or water damage, can also be red tagged. In addition to these specific issues, there are general requirements for electrical panel installations that must be met to avoid a red tag. These include adequate working space around the panel, proper clearance from combustible materials, and secure mounting of the panel to the wall. The panel must also be readily accessible for inspection and maintenance. Here's a more detailed look at the specific issues mentioned earlier, broken down further. Firstly, loose or damaged wiring. This can manifest in several ways. 1. The insulation on the wires may be cracked, brittle, or missing, exposing the conductors beneath. 2. The wires may be improperly connected to the terminals, resulting in loose connections. 3. The wires may be damaged due to physical stress or corrosion. 4. The panel may be improperly grounded or bonded. Improper grounding can create a path for stray currents, increasing the risk of electrical shock. Improper bonding can create a difference in potential between different metal parts of the electrical system, also increasing the risk of electrical shock. The NEC provides detailed requirements for grounding and bonding in Article 250. Secondly, overloaded circuits. Overloaded circuits are a common problem in older homes, where the electrical system may not be adequate for the demands of modern appliances and electronics. One common sign of an overloaded circuit is frequent tripping of the circuit breaker. However, it's important not to simply replace the breaker with a higher amperage one, as this can create a dangerous fire hazard. Another sign of an overloaded circuit is dimming lights or flickering appliances when other devices are turned on. Overloaded circuits can also cause the wires to overheat, which can damage the insulation and potentially start a fire. The NEC provides guidance on calculating circuit loads and determining the appropriate size of conductors and overcurrent protection. NEC Article 220 provides requirements for calculating branch circuit, feeder, and service loads. Thirdly, damaged or missing breakers. Breakers are essential safety devices that protect circuits from overcurrents and short circuits. If a breaker is damaged, it may not trip when it should, leaving the circuit vulnerable to damage and fire hazards. Missing breakers create a gap in protection, leaving the circuit completely exposed. Common signs of a damaged breaker include discoloration, cracking, or melting of the breaker housing. The breaker may also feel loose or wobbly in the panel. It's important to replace damaged breakers immediately with the correct type and amperage rating. Fourthly, exposed live parts. Exposed live parts are a serious safety hazard and should be addressed immediately. Live parts are any conductive components that are energized and accessible to touch. This could be due to missing covers, damaged enclosures, or improper wiring practices. Contact with exposed live parts can result in severe electrical shock or electrocution. The NEC requires that all live parts be properly enclosed and protected from accidental contact. Furthermore, improper installation or maintained panels. Improper installation or maintenance can lead to a variety of electrical hazards. This includes issues such as incorrect wiring methods, undersized conductors, improper grounding, and lack of proper labeling. Additionally, panels that are not adequately maintained, such as those with excessive corrosion or water damage, can also be red tagged. It is important to hire a qualified electrician to install and maintain electrical panels to ensure that they are installed and maintained according to code. When inspecting an electrical panel, it is important to look for the following things. Firstly, loose or damaged wiring. Look for cracked, brittle, or missing insulation. Check for loose connections at the terminals. Look for signs of physical damage or corrosion. Secondly, overloaded circuits. Check for frequent tripping of circuit breakers. Look for dimming lights or flickering appliances when other devices are turned on. Feel the wires to see if they are hot to the touch. Thirdly, damaged or missing breakers. Look for discoloration, cracking, or melting of the breaker housing. Check to see if the breaker feels loose or wobbly in the panel. Make sure all circuits have a breaker installed. Fourthly, exposed live parts. Look for missing covers or damaged enclosures. Check for exposed wires or terminals. Use a voltage tester to verify that there are no live parts that are accessible to touch. Improper installation or maintained panels. Verify that the panel is installed according to code. Check for proper grounding and bonding. Look for signs of corrosion or water damage. Make sure all circuits are properly labeled. When working on electrical panels, it is important to take the following safety precautions. Firstly, always turn off the power to the panel before working on it. Use a voltage tester to verify that the power is off. Secondly, wear appropriate personal protective equipment, such as gloves and safety glasses. Thirdly, never work on electrical panels when you are wet or standing in water. Fourthly, if you are not comfortable working on electrical panels, hire a qualified electrician. The National Electrical Code or NEC provides comprehensive guidelines for the safe installation and maintenance of electrical systems. It is important to consult the NEC when working on electrical panels to ensure that you are following all applicable requirements. Some specific NEC articles that are relevant to electrical panels include Article 110, which covers general requirements for electrical installations. Article 220 covers calculation of branch circuit, feeder, and service loads. Article 250 covers grounding and bonding. Article 312 covers cabinets, cutout boxes, and meter socket enclosures. Article 408 covers switchboards and panel boards. In addition to the NEC, local codes and regulations may also apply to electrical panel installations. It is important to check with your local building department to determine the specific requirements in your area. Regular maintenance is crucial for ensuring the safe and reliable operation of electrical panels. This includes periodic inspections to identify potential problems, tightening loose connections, and replacing damaged components. It is also important to keep the panel clean and free from dust and debris. If you are not comfortable performing electrical panel maintenance yourself, it is best to hire a qualified electrician. Addressing potential issues promptly is essential for preventing more serious problems and ensuring the safety of your electrical system. Ignoring warning signs such as flickering lights, tripping breakers, or unusual noises can lead to more extensive damage and potentially dangerous situations. If you suspect a problem with your electrical panel, it is always best to consult with a qualified electrician to have it inspected and repaired. Upgrading electrical panels may be necessary in certain situations, such as when the existing panel is undersized for the demands of modern appliances and electronics, or when the panel is outdated or damaged. Upgrading to a larger panel can provide more capacity and improve the overall safety and reliability of your electrical system. When upgrading an electrical panel, it is important to consider the following factors. Firstly, the size of the new panel. The new panel should be sized to accommodate the existing loads plus any anticipated future loads. Secondly, the type of the new panel. There are different types of electrical panels available, such as main breaker panels and main lug panels. The type of panel that is right for you will depend on your specific needs. Thirdly, the location of the new panel. The new panel should be located in a readily accessible location with adequate working space. Fourthly, the cost of the new panel. The cost of an electrical panel upgrade can vary depending on the size and type of panel, as well as the complexity of the installation. Hiring a qualified electrician is crucial for ensuring that the electrical panel upgrade is done safely and correctly. An electrician can assess your needs, recommend the appropriate panel, and perform the installation according to code. Attempting to upgrade an electrical panel yourself can be dangerous and is not recommended. The information provided here is for general guidance only and should not be considered a substitute for professional electrical advice. Always consult with a qualified electrician for any electrical work to ensure safety and compliance with applicable codes and regulations. If you encounter any of the issues described in the information provided, it is crucial to consult with a qualified electrician to assess the situation and perform any necessary repairs or upgrades. Ignoring electrical problems can be dangerous and can lead to serious consequences, including electrical fires, shocks, and electrocution. The safety of your home and family depends on a properly functioning electrical system. Therefore, it is essential to prioritize electrical safety and to seek professional help whenever necessary.